So the prophecy says that this war that is coming, not maybe, but absolutely sure, because it's in the Bible, this war will kill 1/3 of mankind. You may be asking, so how close are we? Well, first of all, let me say this. I don't like to use prophecy to generate fear. I prefer to use prophecy to generate faith. But as I was reading several articles today, I felt like I would be failing you if I didn't at least tell you the truth and let you know not everything is exciting that's coming. There are some dangers just ahead. So let me take you to a couple of articles about what's going on in our world. Now, let's face it, if you're going to have a war that's going to kill 2.5 billion people, it's got to be nuclear. You can't kill that many people without resorting to nuclear weapons. So who has the most nuclear weapons? Russia, the United States. And China's not too far behind. So there's a lot of tension in this world right now. And a lot of the tension is between Russia and the United States because President Trump just pulled us out of the non-proliferation nuclear treaty because China is adopting missiles that we were forbidden to adopt because we signed on with Russia this treaty. And President Trump said we can't allow China to outstrip us. So he said we have to pull out. Well, Russia retaliated by also pulling out. Now, this particular treaty limited medium-range missiles, the kind that would be in Europe that could hit Russia, or the kind that Russia could put on submarines and bring submarines closer to our shores and hit the United States of America. In the meantime, China is not to be ignored. Now, here's why. It was generally believed that the 21st century was going to be the Chinese century because China's economy was growing by leaps and bounds. Now, listen to this. Since 1980, China's economy has grown by 10% per year. Startling? I mean, if we get a 3% growth per year, we brag about it to high heaven. And we haven't had a 3% growth per year for a long time. Well, China, every single year since 1980, they've been loping ahead at approximately a 10% growth per year. What have they been doing with that incredible money and that economic influx? They have been building up their military. They have been building aircraft carriers, and they have been building warships designed to destroy aircraft carriers like only us and Russia have. So now we're looking at China. They are determined to claim their rightful place on the world scene because they have 1.3 billion people. The United States of America has 320 million people. So they have 4 to 5 times our population. China wants to claim its proper role as the leader on the world scene. However, many U.S. leaders say we cannot allow this to happen, and rightfully so, because what's it going to be like when a world Marxist dictator ends up dominating the entire world? We can't let that happen. Our leaders know that we can't let that happen. Consequently, President Trump is moving to head it off at the pass. Now, one of the big problems is we've been running a budget deficit with China for many years. I think about $500 billion last year they took out of the U.S. economy. So we got $500 billion poorer, and they got $500 billion richer. And Donald Trump said, we're not signing that kind of a trade deal anymore. That is ludicrous, which of course it is. He's right. But China doesn't want to surrender that advantage. So there's a lot of tough negotiation going on right now. And will China yield, or will China go to war? Now, don't think nations don't go to war over economics. They do, repeatedly through history. And not only through economics, but through vying for power in the world equation.